These two come together for the Derby du Nord. There is always a really special atmosphere. Two of northern France's giants. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Familiar feeling this for you, Jim?
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
So things are underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Oh, they could chance for a shot! And it's Rijkaard.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale. He's had a shot! They want to be quick to Oh, he's been caught napping! Shapes to shoot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Lille definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here? Marcelo has it in a wide position. Backward it goes. Rijkaard, and this is Bale. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Rijkaard really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, some astute defending there. Sotoka. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game.
He'll try from distance! Bale, who is rarely short on confidence. Oh, easy pickings there. Sotoka! And he was there to get a vital touch.
There's a certain aura about him today, tremendous.
Best going face to face, and a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Udol.
Lens genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. Incoming to... Impressive jump! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Marcelo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Aims beyond the defence. Decent chance! Great idea, just poorly executed.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Sima. Vieira cuts out the pass. Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Sa. Sotoka. And Sima. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lam. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Hullet. And it's Vieira. Hullet. Goes for a shot! Deftly away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shin to shin, but... And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Lille certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet... Shoots! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Ganu getting this one clear. Marcelo. Van Dijk is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And Aubameyang! Aubameyang! Oh, that's a special one!
Surprise, surprise, who else? The ideal time and the ideal man to do it. This is going to liven up the second half.
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely.
There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's heaved it away. Sima. And here's Sotoka. Sima. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Lille are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And it's Rijkaard. And here's Aubameyang. Good pressure, determined, intense. Marcelo, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Udol. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. And let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Bale. Rijkaard. And here's Aubameyang. Now that is tiny, really tiny. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold. Tries a shot! And he couldn't finish.
Bale deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Thomas spread it left. Bale does really well to win the ball there. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? So the team separated just by the one goal. It's Bale! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Sima. And this is Thauvin. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Just about up to 75 minutes. Bale. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
Lille clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Pull it. And it's Lahm. Rijkaard. Pull it! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Lille are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And Aubameyang! Yes! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Masuaku, the final 5 minutes. And it's Tovan. Thomasson! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Changement pour Lens. Le numéro 19.
Lens have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Vieira. Lahm. Rijkaard. Good driving run.
Temps additionnel.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Vieira. Vieira. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Saint-Maximin. Aguilar. Saint-Maximin. Rijkaard. He shifted it to the flank. So what can they make of this? And he welcomes it in. And he's straight offside. And time is up. Lille come away having earned what they always set out to earn, the maximum complement of points. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter.
Oh, big chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too. He was very, very good heading a football.
Now, can they get him away? Best! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Lille are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Lille make the perfect start. They are already ahead. This looks promising. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, good climb! And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Bale's cross. And that interception was most necessary. That's best! Spectacular save! And that should get the job done. And that is out of play. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Vieira. Lam is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lille already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Pull it. Good ball, good take. Takes a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Lille have their second corner now. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Out for a throw. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. Now it's Hullet. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Bale.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Aubameyang will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now he's off and running. And it's Hullet. And here's Aubameyang. Chance, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Lille have their third corner. Getting up there! And that has been cleared. Alger has the chance to go the other way. .30 minutes gone. Pull it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Little pass back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Now this could be a chance. And Aubameyang! It's Luke. Oh, he's been caught napping. Best plays it in. And that should get the job done. He's in a good position here. Nicely spread. But that has not gone well. And it's Hullet. Hullet going face-to-face with his great rival. And that was very necessary, and reclaimed it in a trice.
Lille can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Aubameyang! Aubameyang! And it's in! And this is getting better and better. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Lille are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Vieira! Just cruising! They are cruising! They are purring, truly purring. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A case now of complete control. Lam is always looking to play quality balls. Now it's Aubameyang. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? So a temporary halt to the action. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Lille will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. And so the action is resumed. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And the ball's come loose. Oh, what a mistake! Marcelo. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Now it's Aubameyang. And Aubameyang! Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Angers do have a chance to counter here. Kibla.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Best currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop them in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though.
Can he finish? And that is a truly outstanding save.
Angers certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And he's been shifted off it. Lille are looking to go forward now. Gullit. Becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Le numéro 10.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, he's bustling through here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Hullet. Aubameyang is onto this. And a chance! Well taken goal. And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
L'équipe de Lille. Après 70 minutes de jeu. Le numéro 10.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Marcelo quietly revving up. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shot a goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. Valkebia. The message is clear, none shall pass. Neither of these two want to come on. And Hullet! Magnificent! About as smooth as it gets. And he is just ripping it up.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
77 minutes de jeu.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Some good work on the right flank here. Stood up well to him there. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Vieira running with intent. And he's found a way past. Vieira! It's a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Le numéro 2. Vieira.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And it's been played through. Here's found. Great chance! Oh, how's that for a goal? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
L'équipe de Lille.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Valkebia. Rijkaard. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. That's been cut out, well played.
Temps additionnel, 5 minutes.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Now it's Bale, and here's Rijkaard. It's Bale! It's hit the crossbar. Valkebia. Oh, can he get onto this? And he was quick to react. And there goes the final whistle. Lille win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Bullet collecting the match ball, and it is his. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. Best looking to pass their way up the pitch. Best! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Paris Saint-Germain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. He's looking unstoppable. Hakimi, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
He's in plenty of space here. Barcola picks it up out wide. Played in. Oh, good effort! He will be livid with himself. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Vieira. To Marcelo. And it's Vieira. And it's Hullet. Just eases him off the ball. Lee Kang in. Mayulu. Shifted it to the flank. Barcola.
Paris Saint-Germain really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course...
Shot, surely! Aubameyang! Oh, that's a special one! A finish right from the top draw! And they're threatening to fly away here! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Lille are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Best, a player who needs no introduction. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, it's Rijkaard, and here's Bale. Oh, there's the shot! Oh, quite a hit, and quite a touch too.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Sabani. And Mayulu. And it's Ruiz. And here's Ramos. Played out wide. Now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Lee Kang in! no, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Ferdinand. Well played for Rijkaard. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Bale. Knocks it out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Aubameyang. Oh, it's come loose. Now it's Aubameyang. Real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Lille find a position of real strength now. That's a lovely, neat pass. Aubameyang unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Fabian Ruiz. Lille heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. He's had a shot! Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Barcola. He's got away. He's having a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And it's Hakimi. Bale did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Well, that is good, super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lee Kang in. And here's Ramos. That's the end of the first 45. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Lille looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3.